Hey up, Rock God 2004 back with another video. Sorry I've been missing. Um, I'm still not right, but I just felt like doing a video. I've been struggling lately. I've had a lot going on here. Don't really know what else to say. Laura's operation went well. She's recovering well. I've just been on a right downer for a few weeks, and it's got worse. Simba's not well. He's been all right last few days, but I'll keep you posted if anything happens. Anyway, I just fancied doing one, so I thought I'll do. Well, it won't be quick. I'll do a video for you. So I want to show you stuff I've ordered and pre-ordered that's turned up the last sort of couple of weeks, and I'm going to show you what I've watched as well. I'm going to combine the two. So if I've bought something, I've watched it. I'll show you straight away. So yeah, let's get cracking. Now, the first couple of things I've got, I was really excited to get these, or you wouldn't tell looking at me where I am. I do have another 3 things to come that are sort of in the same sort of celebratory mode as these. So this is a Funko Pop, and this was the first one that's come out. It's the Jaws 50th anniversary edition of the shark. I love that. Haven't took them out the box. I've seen some places where this is out of stock, but I did pre-order mine on Amazon. I've got another 2 to turn up. So that's the first one anyway, which is the shark. And the other thing I've got, which I like even more, this was announced after those, and it is another Jaws Funko 50th anniversary. But this is like the Funko version of the actual film poster. Look at that. I love that. That's amazing. That's what it kind of looks like close up, if you can't see for the reflection. But just the detail on that, like, you get the bubbles in the mouth. I don't think you can see in there, can you? Or you might do there. And then you can actually look up and see the swimmer under the water, but they've obviously fully clothed her. So that's the 2 50th anniversary editions that have arrived up to now. So I want to move on to what I've watched. Some of the ones are new, some aren't. So I've been fancying watching this for a while now. So I think it was last week I watched this. So I have watched Jaws on 4K again. When the 50th anniversary edition finally arrives, I'll be watching it again as well. The greatest film ever made for me, and I never get sick of it. Absolutely love it. And I love that slipcover. It's beautiful. Next up, this one arrived, and it was the next one in the subscription that I needed to watch from Treasured Films. And this is Stuart Gordon's King of the Ants. Now, I didn't think I was going to like this, but I really enjoyed it. It's a really, really good film. It felt very sort of, you know, when they say a film, they try and make it look like a fly on the wall kind of thing, so you get that kind of musicless, cheapo look about it, because it looks like somebody stood like a fly on the. It's kind of got that quality to it, but it's such a good film. I really enjoyed it. Oh God, I can't even remember how it started now. It's a few weeks ago since I watched this one. I know that this guy's I think he's in a laundrette, and he gets talking to this fella, and this is the fella out of Cheers, the one who passed away not so long ago. The one who's always at the bar with the curly hair, and he plays a right mean git in this. And he offers him some sort of work, and he accepts it. I won't say what it is because it's worth watching. Anyway, they double cross him, and he's not happy, so he's out for vengeance. It's violent. It's not ultra violent, but I found this something different, and I really enjoyed it. King of the Ants. The next one I watched, I've had this for a while, but I've actually got round to watching this. David Cronenberg's The Brood. Wow. Thoroughly enjoyed this. The 4K, this looked absolutely fantastic. I'd totally forgot about Oliver Reed being in it, to be honest, because I haven't seen this for years. And I did notice the little blonde girl in it. She's also the girl who has the private lessons off Johnny in The Dead Zone. And she is a car honk, calls her out and goes, "That's my mom." It's the same kid in this, but obviously in The Dead Zone she's older. This is kind of like a body horror thing, but it's well done, and I just really enjoyed it. Don't want to give too much away. If you've seen it, you know what it's like. If you haven't, I highly recommend it. That's The Brood. The next one, I did buy this one as well. I've recently just got this one. I think it was eBay I got it. Now, I used to have the VHS of this donkeys years ago, and I bought it thinking it was like tied in with the whole video nasties, and it isn't. But it's got that feel about it, but it's nowhere near as gory or violent. This one's called Fiend, and I remember that being on the VHS cover. And if I remember rightly, this was filmed. I think this was released on the same video company, Pre-Certificate, who released Dark Knight of the Scarecrow, and I don't think it's ever had another release since this. That's the alternate artwork there, which makes it look a lot better than it is. I did enjoy it. It was so low budget though. And it starts off in a graveyard, and then this like red beam comes down on this grave, and it looks so cheap. And then a hand comes out the grave, and it's like something's brought him to life. So he's like some sort of a zombie / ghoul, if you like. And he goes around killing people. And as he kills people, he kind of regenerates a little bit more to how he used to look. And after a while, if he leaves it too long, he starts to go back like this. It also does come out that he used to be a music teacher at the school. But again, this is different. I enjoyed this. This is also released by Massacre Video, who did the video Nasty, Blood Rights, where it was released under Toxic Zombies. Same company. Now, when they release the stuff for slips like that and it goes out of print, it gets ridiculously priced. I got this pretty a very reasonable price, to be honest. I'm glad I got it. I will watch it again. It's not just a one watch and I'll never watch it again. I did enjoy it, but the acting is so. But yeah, if you like your old really low budget cheesy films, early 80s, Fiend. Next up, I did buy these as well. These are bootlegs. It's the only way you can get them. Exactly the same as the Texas Chainsaw Massacre one I got. And these are a trilogy. Well, they were at the time. There's a new one out now. So this is Fear Street. Fear Street Part 2, 1978. And Fear Street Part 3, 1666. If you've never seen these, they are so enjoyable. Great films, all three of them. I loved all three. They are based on the books by, is it R.L. Stein or something they call them, who wrote the Goosebumps ones. They're all sort of based on his books, and it's the same again. I won't take them out the cellophane, but if you actually pull the slipcover out the cellophane, it's got a gatefold like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre did, and they look fantastic. They just look like a real Blu-ray, really, and they've got a menu. No extra features on, but I got these at a great price because I put an offer in, and they came back with an offer, so I did a counter offer again, and I got them. They were less than 20 quid for the three. I think they're about £16, something like that. I got for the three of them, and I've watched all three. If you've got Netflix and you've never seen them, I don't know if they're still on, but I highly recommend these. That's the Fear Street trilogy. Next one, I do already have this, but a very good friend, Alan Scouser, I'll leave a link below to Alan's channel, did send me the German disc, and I liked it that much. I thought, I want that one. So I got this, and it is out of print with the slipcover, but I finally got it for a reasonable price, because again, this normally goes for stupid money, and it's most annoying. I love this film. This is a British film. This is Don't Open Till Christmas. Should have gone like that, really, shouldn't I? But it's only a drawing anyway. And then that's what the killer looks like. He's creepy as hell. And then you get a gatefold sleeve, and I will have to cover this one up. And it's got everybody's signatures, I think, from Severin. I think it says season's greetings or something. I'm just covering up her tits. They may look a weird shape on there, but they're actually that shape in the film, believe it or not. But you do get the original artwork as well. You can have that, or the original, which is that. This is a brilliant film. I love it. Directed by the guy, I can't remember his name again now, is Edward or Edmund something. He's in Absurd. He plays the vicar in Absurd. He directed this and stars in it. Cracking film. It's basically somebody's going around killing Father Christmases. People dress up as Father Christmas. It's the best way I can describe it, but there's more to it than that. I could watch this again now. It's one of those. It's just a brilliant film. I love it. It's low budget, but I just love it. It's quite it's like a bit of a comforter film, if you like. And I'm so glad I've finally got the Vinegar Syndrome one, because I love that slipcover. Don't Open Till Christmas. Next up, this is the other one that I swapped off my buddy Bumper. I'll leave a link to Bumper's Movies channel below. I did swap a film that I bought recently off John Hall, and I didn't like it. It was The Vagrant. I was gutted. So I swapped it for The Beast Must Die and this one, Grizzly. Never ever seen this before. I was surprised how gory it is. I've heard people say it's Jaws on land, and I thought, well, it can't be. It's in the woods. It's with a bear. But there actually is similarities. There's three main characters, and you can point them out as Quint, Brody, and Hooper. And one of them even sets off a little story about something like Quint did with the Indianapolis. There's like a little tiny bit in that. It's not identical. This bear is huge, and they did actually use a real bear in it. You can't really 100% train them, so it was quite dangerous to make this. But this is a 70s film, and I love that 70s feel in films. That's the alternate artwork there, and some of the actors in. But I think it was 88, released it over here with a slip as well, but I'm more than happy with the Severin one. So that's Grizzly. I do remember seeing the quad poster in the cinema for this as well when it was coming on, when I had one of my very, very early cinema visits when I was a kid. I remember looking at that being, my God, that looks horrific. So yeah, finally got to see that as well and really enjoyed it. These next two were an absolute bargain. They are long out of print with the slip covers. I'm not sure whether you can still get the films on their own. I've only ever seen the first one, and it was in the pre-certificate rental days. And I thought, I loved it. Do you know, I liked it even better than when I've seen it then. And the second one, I think I liked even more. The first one is just like a straight out prison film with a little bit of boxing towards the end. The second one is like Rocky in a prison. Slipcovers as well. Penitentiary and Penitentiary 2. Wow. What films these are. And they are both Vinegar Syndrome. And he sent them both in the protective plastic sleeves as well, which I was very impressed with. I'll show you what they look like if you haven't seen them. That's the slip. You get some nice spot glossing on there. And just the title of the film at the top. The artwork is reversible on both. So you get that. And there's the write-up. 2 discs. I think one's a DVD, if I remember rightly, yeah. And the other artwork is that one. And these look brand new. Absolutely spotless. The basic storyline to this one is this guy. He's you see him out with his family, just a normal family. These are classed as black exploitation as well. So he goes to the shop. I think it's the shop he goes to, and then something happens and there's a fight breaks out and somebody gets killed. I think he gets shot and he gets the blame. So he gets put inside for a crime he didn't commit. And that's it. It's quite brutal in parts when you think it was like 1979, the first one. But what a cracking film. I really, really enjoyed it. Highly recommend this one if you like your prison films. Penitentiary. Penitentiary 2 stars Mr. T as Mr. T. And also a bald-headed, I can never remember his name. He's the one, Edward? Is it Edward? Ernie Hudson from Ghostbusters. He's a right evil git in this. I couldn't believe what I was watching. I was like, I've never seen him play this. So that's the front of that, and the back. That's your main character back in it again. 2 discs again. And the other artwork is Mr. T. Now, the guy who was in the first one, he gets out of prison at the end. You see him walking, but he's still out of prison. And part of his getting released was he had to train and work for a boxing coach who is, in the first film, he's the prison warden. It's his brother-in-law. He's actually a fair prison warden. And the prison warden is actually played by the big fella who plays Porky in Porky's. I recognised him straight away. So normally he plays like a horrible, doesn't he? But he's actually quite canny in this. So he promises, yeah, he will. And it shows you him. He goes to work for him. And he says, like, where's your gloves and that? He goes, like, I don't want a box. He says, right, you don't want a box. And he loses temper with him a bit, understandably, because that was part of his sort of like parole or his early release. So he has him riding a bike around and delivering all his crap and stuff like that. And something happens with Ernie Hudson. He's like the leader of this 3-man gang, and he's like, he walks back into the training place, and he goes to the boss, "Where's my gloves?" And like the boss is elated, he gets his gloves for him and stuff. He has him training, and he wants to go back to the prison to fight the guy who he fought in the first film. And it goes from there. There's more happens, but I don't want to spoil it because these are such good films. They really are. I remember in the 80s renting this one out. Well, my dad rented this one out. He was dying to see it, and he loved it. God bless him. I don't know whether he ever got to see the second one or not. I don't think he did. But I highly recommend both of these, Penitentiary and Penitentiary 2. And I remember my mother, when we first got our video, the question that she kept asking every single person, "E, have you seen that Penitentiary? E, have you seen that Penitentiary?" So one day I just went, "So will you change the bloody record? There's more than one video out there, you know." I think it just like offended her. There's a sex scene in one of the toilets. That's it. She goes, "E, well, he jumps down and the rat in the toilet. E." I was like, get a rest, woman. But yeah, if you can get your mitts on these, if you haven't already, whether it's with or without the slips, get them if you like your prison films. Penitentiary and Penitentiary 2. The next film that I watched is one that my absolutely amazing buddy Andy from Forgotten World of Movies sent me. I'll leave a link below to Andy's channel. He didn't send me it, actually brought it to the last meetup, and it's the only way you can get it because this never got a release past VHS. And although it is VHS quality, it's actually not bad. I watch it. It's not like, oh my God, this is terrible, I can't watch this. I'm just grateful I've got it. And this is Nancy McEwen and Michael J. Fox in Poison Ivy. Obviously not the Poison Ivy that Drew Barrymore's in. This looks like a made-for-TV film. The intro music and everything. Yet I'm sure at the end of it, it showed the MPAA. Looks like an eye with a globe in, with the number on. I'm sure it did. But you can only ever get this on VHS in the States and in the UK. But I saw this for the first time in the 80s, I think it was, possibly 90s. And it was like, I used to set record to record this rock program. It used to be, what was it called? Raw Power. Then it changed its name to Noisy Mothers, and the host was a guy called Crusher. And I'd recorded it and just went to bed. And when I finished this day, I always used to fast forward and see what was on. This popped on. They must have shown this about 2 o'clock in the morning. This is basically Friday the 13th for kids. There's no Jason. There's no murderers. It's just an amazing, feel-good camp film. What an absolute soother this is. It really is. I love Michael J. Fox in this. Nancy McEwen's really good. And there's a guy, well, a little boy in it called Brian. He's like a bit of a nerd. He loves to write. And as soon as I seen him, I recognised him straight away. He was a lot younger. I went, he's in Friday the 13th Part 6 in. Now, if you remember the two boys in Friday the 13th Part 6, where the roles like on the down, and one of them said, "If this is as good as it gets, we're in big trouble, dude." Strange little face with freckles. Well, he's little tiny, and he plays Brian. And as I'm watching this, I was like, hang on a minute. So I got Laura to check, because she goes looking for tidbits on IMDb that I can never find. And I was correct. It was the same camp that Friday the 13th Part 6 was filmed. When the kids are going in at the beginning, there's like an entrance and like a building there. And I've seen somebody do a walk around for Friday the 13th Part 6. I was like, whoa, that looks the same there. And when they were in the cabins, I looked up, and in the background you can see the windows, and I thought, they look like the same windows, like when the little girl gets in bed and Jason's walking past and she's like trying to be asleep and that. And I was like, I need you to do me a favour. It's the same place. So there's a fun fact for you. But if you like stuff like Certificate U and PG films, kind of a bit like, the camp part in the remake of that Disney film. what's it called? With Haley Mills was in the original. You're screaming at me now. I know. The Parent Trap. It's like a sort of an earlier version of the camp part of that in parts, really. But he's got a love interest in it as well. It's hard to get. That's why I got Andy to download it. But yeah, if you get a chance to see this, it's such a good film. Very, very nice film, which is very rare now. Poison Ivy. The next one. Yeah, I watched this last night. It's the first time I've watched it. And I bought this months ago. It's one of the video nasties, and I didn't see it. I seen it once years ago in the 80s and hated it. So last night I watched Extra, and very, very, very surprisingly, I actually enjoyed it. It was only on an hour and a half. Now, I remember watching the video of this and I was thinking, Jesus, this felt like 3 days, but because now I'm older and appreciate stuff more, I kind of sat and listened to it. And I got it. I got the story. Some of it was, don't get me wrong, some of it's batshit. But if you just go with it, because it's science fiction as well. But I understood it. The beginning bit, it shows you this guy, famous actor as well, and I think about 7 years after this, he died of cancer. God bless him. I didn't know. He's one of them where I recognise his face, but I never knew his name. But I watched a couple of the extras on it as well, and that's when I found out he passed away about 6 or 7 years after making the film. What a shame. So he's at this little cottage with his wife and his kid, little boy, and he's playing some sort of game with his boy, and he picks a stick up to throw over the dog, and I don't know why, but he throws it right in the air. Then you get this like sort of sci-fi flash, and everywhere turns dark. He goes missing. And I'm going to explain this because this is a bit that threw me, and I was like, this is like shit from China. Then years later, I think it is a long time later, a couple of years later, this spaceship comes back down, and this thing comes out. This monster thing. Anyway, it goes in this house, and it basically has non-consensual intercourse with this woman, because I can't say what word it is. And then she goes to sleep, and she wakes up. She starts like bigger and bigger and bigger, and then she starts to give birth, and this big ass full-grown man walks out, and it's the dad who went missing. But he's not the same. That's all I'm saying. There's about 4 cuts on this of the film. Very, very, very similar. I didn't watch them all. I watched the normal one, and then I watched the ending of the second cut because it said alternate ending. But instead of just giving you the alternate ending, you can watch the entire film with it. Then it said the original UK VHS version, which I think was the same as that. It might have had the odd scene different cut, I don't know, but I went to the end with exactly the same ending. And then there was like a director's edition. And all he's done is tinker with the colours and that. Now, the beginning bit, when the title comes up extra in white, you had all this like blue light round it, and it looked really nice. And then I forward it a bit, and there's a bit where they're walking in the countryside. The grass looks like a horrible browny yellow. It looks awful. I don't know what he's done. So I think I'll just be sticking with the original. But the ending is so strange. But if you think the ending's strange, wait till you see the alternate one, it's even worse. But for saying that I hated it first time around, I was dreading watching it, I actually enjoyed it. Will I watch it again? Absolutely, yes. Extra. And these two I've watched today. I got this for 20-something quid. Brand new, sealed, 4K, April Fool's Day. God, I love this film so much. And when I watched it today on 4K, the 4K looks absolutely stunning. And it's one of the most times I've enjoyed the film ever. And what surprises me even more, for how good it looks, it's Kino Lorber. I was very dubious. And it's only the fact that I got it for like 23 quid, 22 quid, something like that. Otherwise, I wouldn't have bought it. I thought, go on, I'll give it a chance. If I don't like it, I'll sell it. It looked amazing. And you get a Blu-ray in it as well. But the Blu-ray is the special features only, and I've watched all them as well. But it does say, as you're watching the special features, Shout Factory presents, so that it must be all the stuff ported over from the Screen Factory version. There's no reversible artwork, which suits me because they've used the original cinema art, which I love. It's a damn shame they didn't put it on the disc, but they're still doing this bullshit. I still don't like that company at all. I just don't like them. And I think it started with what they did with Dress to Kill, but now they need to get this KL grey on black boring bullshit label sorted out now as well. But fair play to them. This looks fantastic. The colours on it look beautiful when you see the green and the red and stuff like that. And I absolutely love this film. I originally saw this at the cinema. It was shown in 1986 as a double bill. And the double bill was on the poster, and it was April Fool's Day with Friday the 13th, Part 6, Jason Lives. They were both on together, so you watch that, little break, and then Friday the 13th come on. It was amazing. I've always loved this. I actually read the book. There's a novelisation of it which came out before the film did, and I absolutely love that. I think I enjoyed that more. Now, after watching the extras on this, they did say something about there was another ending, and when he explained the ending, I thought, that sounds like it was the starting of how the book ends. But then he said it's kind of a similar ending at the end, but I thought, yeah, well, that bit's different, I think. But yeah, April Fool's Day. Oh, I love this film so much. And the last thing, I've bought this film again. I'm saying again, I haven't bought it before, but somebody sent me it once before. And because I've seen this for about £15, I had to get it again because it's got the slipcover. And this slipcover is like rocking horse shit. And I've just watched it now and I had an absolute ball with it again. Starship Troopers. Look at the slip. Woohoo! It's like brand new. So there's people in America selling this for 50, 60 quid, and I got it for 15 with the slip. It's the only slip I've ever seen in the flesh. Just by sheer chance, I just found it by accident. I wasn't even looking for it, and I was like, "Oh, look at that! I'm having that." So there it is. And you do get the 4K and the Blu-ray and the download code. This is one of those films that technically I should hate. And I think the reason that I love it so much, I think it's the fact that it's Paul Verhoeven who's directed it, but also Denise Richards is in it. And this guy, is he called Casper Van something or other? I don't know who that is, but the name came on at the end, and I was like, I've heard of the name vaguely, but I just loved it. And it's about these giant things that just look like they look like a cross between a crab because of the shell and spiders, but they do refer to them as spiders. I'm like, oof. So for me, there's quite a lot of horror elements in this. It's like a bit like a monster film, really, as well. It's not just out and out sci-fi, even though there is quite a lot of sci-fi in it. So I've just watched that this afternoon and absolutely loved it again. Starship Troopers. So there you go. I think I've got that out of my system now. I don't know when I'll be doing another one because I still feel like ass. But I just felt like doing one because it seems like ages since I've done one. I know I haven't answered to your comments or read them at all for a few weeks, but I will catch up. I will at some point. I'm hoping to get another one done this week when those, well, it might be a couple of weeks because I've got one coming tomorrow, but the other two aren't here yet of the Jaws items. But as I get them, I'll let you see. I might have to do a video on that one tomorrow on its own because it looks stunning. And I've probably got another film coming tomorrow as well, to be honest. So yes, so I'll see you when I see you. Thank you so much for watching, all two of you. Really do appreciate it. And to everybody who's messaged me, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I just think I just need a bit more time, that's all. But I'm doing all right. And I'll see you whenever it is on the next video. And until then, you all take care of yourselves.